Since my time in the Air Force in Washington, D.C. in the 60s, I've been an avid letter to the editor writer. And though they've always been from a conservative libertarian perspective, most of them got published, even in the Washington Post. Though shaded to the left in that bygone day, some of the then editorial staff at the Washington Post understood that the mandate of the Fourth Estate was to journalize the who, what, when, and where, i.e. the facts, in the news section and keep diverse editorial and other viewpoints in the opinion section, while allowing both sides of an issue to be evenly represented. Upon our return to Cleveland, I kept writing to the Plain Dealer and the now gone Cleveland Press. I continued when a company transfer took us to Atlanta, then out to Dallas, and then eventually back here to Atlanta. During both stays in Atlanta, I continued to try to expose the growing insanity of the left in frequent letters to the editor. Back in the 80s, a genuine and honest journalist named Durwood McAllister ran the letters page for the Atlanta Journal and Constitution. I and a few score of others were honored to be invited to 2 or 3 of what Durwood called letter writers' forums, where we dined on the obligatory rubber chicken and put faces on some of the folks with whom we frequently sparred on the letters page. It was a fun and stimulating time, and except for that fist fight the second year, but that's a story for another time. Okay, why am I telling you this? Came to our home recently the August 5th issue of the current iteration of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, aka the Atlanta Mackerel Wrapper. Though I gave up on them years ago when their port list hit 45 degrees en route to a full capsize, my dear wife pressured me to continue at least the Sunday edition. Something about coupons, which she dutifully cuts out, stores until they expire, and then discards. Women. So I'm eating lunch today, and there on the table is the Sunday AJC. Fool that I am, I picked it up and opened to the opinion section, only to wish I'd left it on the table. 2 cartoons headed the page. The top one was by their staff cartoonist, Mike Lukovich, whose last name, despite his winning several awards from other leftist collectist groups, is Polish for no talent whatsoever and can't draw. Here it is. The message here is clear. Trump's the emperor with no clothes, and his supporters are evil, vicious hooligans assaulting a hapless reporter. Back in the days BT, before Trump, that second cartoon would have been slanted to at least the center. This one, well, you tell me what you see. Surprise, surprise, it's by some pinko with the Jeff Bezos Amazon fake news, aka the Washington Compost. Be sure to note the "from the right" in the upper left corner. How Freudian, the upper left corner. That message is also clear. Trump is an overweight buffoon whose neckties are too long. And he's not very smart, observant, or perceptive as he strolls hand in hand with a shirtless lawyer or somebody who has a microphone taped to his chest recording every word. And I could be wrong, but the hand-holding with another man in public might be a thinly veiled illusion that, unlike the virile, macho bathhouse Barry Soetoro, Mr. Trump has homosexual tendencies. Now, before they outlaw them in Georgia, that was the last straw. I'll probably catch hell from my wife, but the Atlanta Mackerel Wrapper is out of here. My fondest hope is for the fools now running the Atlanta Mackerel Wrapper to keep on with their liberal leftist insanity to the point where more folks become fed up with their efforts to help the Democrats turn America into Venezuela, Cuba, or Pol Pot's Cambodia, and also bail to become part of the hemorrhagic flow of subscribers, readers, and, horror of horrors, advertisers. If I've misinterpreted those cartoons, please comment and give me your take on them. Mark Twain was a pretty smart guy. He was ahead of his time with this wisdom. Quote, "Do not fear the enemy, for your enemy can only take your life. It is far better that you fear the media, for they will steal your honor. That awful power, the public opinion of the nation, is created in America by a horde of ignorant, self-complacent simpletons who failed at ditching and shoemaking and fetched up in journalism on their way to the poorhouse."